Meet Alex Couto, a 38-year-old Portuguese coach reshaping the world of youth football. Initially born from New England, Alex started coaching at the college level, then became a director of his local club, and is now educating the next football generation. But how did Alex find success? And so in this interview, you'll pick up the reason most footballers go pro, discover the problems of the American soccer system, and learn how he's changing the game through the power of intelligence. What was life like growing up for you?
I grew up in a typical Portuguese family. We had a grapevine in the back because we were Portuguese. We'd knock all the grapes down, and I was very fortunate. My bandits team had Charlie Davies on it. I seen him rainbow a goalie down in Jefferson Cup in Virginia. Got to high school and started as a freshman. I did graduate at 17, so I'm literally going my freshman year of college, and I'm literally 17 years old. That was me pretty much growing up.
Who inspired you personally and then also professionally in the game? Was there always someone that you looked up to?
Both my grandfathers were who I looked up to growing up. They played in Portugal. Professionally, Claudio Reina, I was so young. He played for Rangers. There was obviously Figo, and it was tough to watch Portuguese soccer back in the day, like compared to this now. There was no streaming.
You went to Bristol Community College as the head coach. Some people think community colleges aren't as talented as other programs. What are your thoughts about that as well?
Bristol Community College at the time was literally brand new. I ran the show. Halfway through the season, things weren't going well. Players kind of rebelled, which I didn't really like. They just weren't participating. You're trying to make this the best program you can. Most of the time, community college, you're recruiting locally. I'm trying to win. I ended up hiring Arsene Oka as my assistant coach, who played for the New England Revolution, was an Ivory Coast international. I'd like to see this happen again. I'd like to see guys, instead of going to sit on benches at Division I, Division II, Division III level, go get their feet wet at the community college level for 2 years, because the international people are taking over. You're either international or academy that are playing Division I. Unless you're like an All-American, they're not even concerned looking at you, right? Your first 2 years of college, all you're doing is prerequisites anyway. I wish these kids don't look at it as, wow, it's community college. I'm telling you right now, I played against some better players at community college than I ever have in my life.
What was your role as part of Matthew's soccer program, and what did like a typical day look like?
I had to go to the office every day in Waltham, so my first thing there was getting programs in the South region, so like camps, one-on-ones, skills with kids at a young age, and then coach at the same time.
After that, you transitioned to Wentworth Institute of Technology for a season.
I literally sent an email out to Bridgewater State College because it's local to me. Head coach there, Brandon Adams, gets back to me and says, hey, I got no full-time position, no part-time. Would you want to volunteer? I'm like, yeah, just get me in. I don't really care. I'm literally getting ready, going emails back and forth, talking to him on the phone. 2 weeks before preseason camp, I get a phone call. Alex, man, I want you to get paid. My buddy at Wentworth, Connor Erickson, just lost both his assistant coaches. He's like, would you want to go? 10 minutes later, I'm on the phone with Connor. Got in there, made me the recruiting coordinator right away. He would let me run sessions, sent me to all these big games to go scout and stuff, which is actually very difficult. So you're talking about a top end engineering school in the country. To get kids in there that know how to also play soccer, because you cannot have a 2.5 GPA and say, I'm going to get you in. You have to have good grades to get into the school.
The New England Revs, what did your work look like with them?
I was a staff coach at the time. I'd be involved in that youth program, teaching kids at a younger age what we're about. I was also involved in RDS, so that's the kids that you're potentially looking at to get into the academy. So it's very, very difficult. Everybody wants to play there, especially now it's even crazier. My buddy Kyle Texera got me a job there. They invited me to stay for 4 weeks at residential camp, where the kids stay at Dean College for the week.
After the Revs, you went as a director for the Boston Bolts. What did you do as a director?
My goal was literally to get coaches, get players, get teams, manage schedules, field times. The toughest part on top of that was I was also coaching ECNL for the Bolts. It was an honor to me. It's actually tattooed on my arm. Got to learn a lot with them. We were tied with Roma, had 2 more kids. So now you have a family and you're trying to figure out how you can still have passion and love for the game.
What is the European football group? And then also the soccer school that you're building?
They have Omega Ball, Royal Society FC, which is a club, and then soccer school. Soccer school is for kids 2 to 8 years old. It's going to be a week-long camp over the summer. You're going to attend a half day. They get a uniform. We're going to just have fun with it. My entire life, I've never had the money to back me up. Because I've always had ideas. Everything costs money, right? So to rent space, it's, hey, go, here's $200 and stuff like that. So the second part of it is Royal Society Football Club. A lot of clubs are hiring for money that come into fund. There's just no money to back them up. We're going to let them run clubs the way they want to run clubs. We're just going to help them in the admin stuff. And we got a camp in Spain. We're sending 24 people there this summer to go train in Spain. We want kids to get more. We want to give people opportunity to at least go see what it's like to play in Spain and trial, because everybody says they want to play professionally. Those countries have kids that I'm sure you know. If you go outside right now, there's nobody playing soccer outside. You go to Spain, Portugal, France, whatever, man, they're out there. Even if they have no shoes, you go to Africa, they got no shoes. They're out there playing. That's the main difference between Europe, Asia, Africa, South America compared to us. And we want to give these kids an opportunity to at least get looked at. Again, I'm starting with soccer school. You don't even want to use Royal Society FC. You don't have to. You want to stay as Portuguese United, stay with it. We just help you. Everybody's asking, what is this? They want to know, right?
So say someone like 5 or 10 years old, what do you think are the skills they're picking up the quickest? And then what are the things that they take a little bit longer to develop at that age.
We're not a soccer country, right? Let's be honest. It's sad because it's actually the biggest youth sport. So I started at 2 years old. The main thing at that age is let's have fun. Let's just learn what a soccer ball is. Touch the ball. We're not looking into rules. As you get into 5 years old, same thing. Maybe they're starting to learn a little bit. By the time they're 8 years old, you want them ready to learn dribbling, passing at least. Man, you go to Europe, there's no rules. It's go out there and play. That was the biggest takeaway I took when I was at the Azorian tournament. So it's a U11 tournament. I get to the field and the kid has the ball for a throw and he jumps and throws the ball in. And I'm looking around and I'm saying, referee, are you going to blow the whistle? He doesn't blow the whistle. They don't care. So I finally asked one of the refs after. He I'm like, hey, you know that the kid's jumping and throwing the ball at all of them? He goes, yeah, man, we just want them to play. We're a rules country. Everything about here is rules. Let's get rid of that. Why not let these kids play until they're 13, 14 years old on the big field? So offside there was in the box. Once you're in the box area, if you're offside, then they blow the whistle. Because you don't want a kid on the field and it's blow the whistle, do this, do that. They're going to lose interest. And that's what's happening. We can guide them. Don't use hands, but if the kids lose fun at those ages, they're probably not going to come back. The next main thing is let's take away the money aspect. So at those ages, why are we charging kids X amount of dollars to come do this, and this? Field rentals are expensive. Let's keep it at a minimum for them. Portugal, it's free. They're not paying a dime. They're in their village. They play for their village team. They just go. That's one thing I'd like to see changed in America. 2026 is coming. We all know that when major tournaments happen, people that don't even know soccer, they're watching. Here's our chance. Let's take advantage of it.
What advice would you give to a high school athlete looking to play in the college scene?
Everybody wants Division I. Speed of play, physicality is much different. When you go to Division I college, they're going to bulk you up, man. They have nutritionists. They have everything there to help you. If you're not playing in academy soccer or you're not an international student, good luck. Because again, we're talking back. These kids have been playing on the street and since they were 2, 3, 4 years old. If they're going to go D1, you still have the chance. You go to junior college, you excel, you get your grades to where you want them to be. It's not easy.
What are the 3 qualities you think every good footballer needs to have in your opinion?
Smarts, man. You have to have soccer smarts. So you have to know the game. If you just go out there, don't really care, the brain's not functioning, not focusing, you're not studying. It's like school. You got to study. You got to learn. Elementary school to middle school to high school, take it serious. No matter what it is, yeah, your friends are there, but it's not a joke. You're teaching your brain. Number 2, just touch a ball. I don't care if it's just you by yourself in the yard dribbling. Man, I used to be in my living room with the ball on my feet all the time. That's number 2. Because you don't see that anymore. It's like, man, I'm 38 years old. You know what I've been doing this morning since I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning? I've been watching soccer on my TV. It doesn't matter what games. Just watch games. Forget the video games. You're not going to learn on FIFA. My number 3 thing, and I'm going to say this, don't try and be Messi and Ronaldo. They're 2 of the greatest soccer players we've ever seen. Learn from them. Go look at where those 2 grew up and how they played and what they did. Why not focus on that aspect? See what they did. See how they played growing up. Messi used to play in Argentina just on the streets. Ronaldo, same thing. He was in Madeira just messing around, and they're special. You do those 3 things, I think you'll be successful.
What are the 3 things you would tell someone that wants to get into coaching or managing?
Surround yourself around the right people. Don't rush it because you're not going to go professional right away. Coaching is not what people think it is. People think I just go to a game and just coach. It's not like that. The biggest thing I hate the most that I hear people say is you coach at practice, at the games you don't. Well, how come I watch TV and Pep Guardiola was coaching the whole entire game and he's one of the best coaches in the world? Coaching isn't just, all right, here you go, guys, here's training session. The game's on Saturday, let's go do it. No, man, the best coaches don't just have one system. Pep Guardiola has different systems. Mourinho has different systems. To be successful, it's a full-time job. If you're young, go volunteer and coach. Go see what it's like. Go do a young kids game. And again, keep studying.
And what's your final message? One last piece of advice you would tell yourself if you were 13 years old today?
Focus more on school. If you're 13 years old going to high school right now, it's 4 years. It's the best 4 years of your life, I promise you. It's the last 4 years of you playing with your friends. Focus on the school part of it because if there's no education, if you don't have the grades to go play at the next level, it's done right there and then.
A massive thanks to Alex, as I wish you the best in your coaching career. And please drop a like on the video because if it wasn't for him, this video wouldn't be possible. But if you want to see more, check this interview out.